Welcome everybody, this is your Strategy Wolf and welcome back to Victoria 3 and our Japanese Empire. In the meantime, we're in 1867 and last time we observed some war in Europe where France was able to conquer their treaty port here in Greece. Apart from that, we keep on modernizing our country. We got rid recently, also 3 years ago, we got rid of the samurai, so we do have the armed forces now, not the samurai anymore, and most of our political forces are in line with the Hanbatsu mindset. Alright, and apart from this, we were modernizing, like starting our relationships to the outer world, modernizing, boosting our economy, of course, and slowly trying to shift towards a more imperialistic approach to the world. Let's see where we're going with this. We are also increasing our colonization efforts, so in 38 weeks, according to our house rule, we will be able to start colonizing the Pacific. Maybe it's one of my thoughts, maybe I should actually couple it also to another house rule that I want to introduce. It might be that we want to change to reinforced, at least a couple of reinforced ships, since, I kind of find it like these distances to cover. Of course, you could couple them with a wooden ship and so on, and people did for centuries, but still, for the 19th century colonization, especially maybe here in the Pacific area, I see more of a settlement and so on, and therefore we need some kind of stronger shipping technology. So I would say before we start colonizing, I will definitely switch some of these shipyards to reinforced wooden ships. Apart from this, we are in the plus now, since I think we changed also our no, we didn't. We tried to change the taxation here, but we couldn't manage to. There was too much resistance in the rich people, and we also tried to go towards private schools at some point, which no, not private schools, but private health insurances instead of charity hospitals, which is still an option. Maybe we should go right into that one. A lot of people really like that. Increases the attraction of the clergy in the lower class. And here we do have increases the attraction of the petty bourgeois to clerks, machinists, and the middle class. To be honest, at the moment this is kind of fair. I don't really mind it, so maybe let's keep them for a bit because we have lower mortality rate with those. And maybe later go direct to public health insurance, I'm not sure. Over here, is there anything really important that needs to be changed? Actually, I kind of doubt it, and we rather wait and save up our bureaucracy until we increase the level of colonization. Alright, then let's slowly get going. Let's go to 3. Have a look at the market, what we need to do and what we need to address. Sugar, fine art, art. Private sectors keeps on building art as hell. I think there needs to be some kind of reform about the art system. It's a little bit odd. I mean, you can abstract it and maybe see it like this, but still, I'm not a big fan of the way they do it. And especially that the private sector builds tons of art academies here. That's just, I don't know, not very immersive for me. However, we do have, what else are we constructing? I feel like we have high tea prices and there's no tea in the... Oh, maybe let's build some tea farms. We're still Japan, you know. And Chubu, I guess, where we have the most tea farming going on. But it really makes me happy to see it speed up also to 4. Oh! What? Alright, we do have... So the US want to conquer Sushu. Which one is Sushu? Here. So the US want to cover this entire state? This is pretty intense. What is... So they got support from the British as their alliance partner. And they do stand against the Russians and the Chinese. So we might see a conflict here of the Anglo-American world versus the Russians and the Chinese. Okay. Interesting. Well, I'm surprised that the US is going straight for it. Why would they conquer an entire state instead of a treaty port? Or maybe they need it. That's really surprising. Question is, how shall we react to this? I mean, we could... make use of the situation to go for one of the enemies. However, the problem is our fleet is Josie on sides with Great Qing, so Koreans also on side of the Chinese and Russians. Yeah, and of course we want to get into and definitely get Korea out of the zone of influence of the Chinese. However, I'm still very worried about the Russian Empire being involved in this war as well. Boah, this is gonna be a tough one. I might just use the time being to attack rather the Heavenly Kingdom and take ourselves some treaty ports or some possessions over here. But in general, it looks like we don't have... I need more fleets. That's basically one of the main things. And yeah, we're building a naval base here, so... For the moment, let's just wait and see where this is going to and how quickly we can build up a fleet, because, yeah, just rushing in there now to abuse the situation, I don't know. I mean, I could try to... follow the others, and let's see if the Americans are offering us maybe some kind of... Yeah, some... maybe they offer us some target as well, that we join them. This would be another side, but unfortunately rarely I saw this happening, that the AI really invites you, even if you show some interest in being allegiant on this side, that they invite you with really interesting offers. So yeah, as I mentioned before in this series, I really do like the diplomatic play system in Victoria 3 in general, and I find it quite smart, and it represents, I think, the 19th century in a kind of way nicely. However, it lacks still a lot of details. So yeah, they didn't invite us. And they just want war reparations. So the British don't want anything. Exactly why. I mean they allied, you know, the Brits have an alliance with the Americans in this case, as far as I remember. Yeah, they do. But still, why would Britain now fight a massive war versus the Russian Empire, not even to profit a little bit, that just that the US get the province of Sushu, which is Shanghai. Okay. Well, I was kind of interested in maybe abusing the situation and taking Hawaii from before the Americans do, once they're busy over here. Oh, and our relations with the Germans are quite good. Yeah, the first European country that would sign a trade agreement with us. A Western country, so maybe then let's do this and align ourselves a little bit harder here with the Germans, North Germans. So are I think we are trading a bit with them already. Yeah, not like it's super amazing, and that will, but still, we are one of the biggest trade partners. And I'm doing it, we do have the influence, so I'm happy to do this. We can do the trade agreement with the Germans, so basically it will lower, I think that they fixed it, that also now the customs are lowered or gone. But at the same time also we save up some bureaucracy, because our trade routes with the Germans are now bureaucracy free. The Shinto ones are not, they're not longer influential, okay. Oh. that's kind of weird. Okay, they're even Hanbatsu line, but we have 100, this is rarely that I see this. So we have the industry, the armed forces, and the intelligence working together with their common goal to bring Japan back to glory, whilst the others are all marginalized. There will be a comeback. Talking about the Shinto monks, we introduced also, of course, Shintoism, which is slowly... Mahayana is still number 1, but it's 50-50. And let's also control if our migration plan for Hokkaido keeps on going. Yeah, there is a slowly growing share of Japanese over here. Same here, so nice. Alright, and are they... Okay, they are in war right now. So let's see. We do have the war in between. Big. So the Brits are trying to land directly here in St. Petersburg, kind of successfully, okay. Whilst the Americans seem to fail with their landing in Beijing. Yeah, this is also a thing that's the mechanics here of the war. Of course, it's not a little bit so superficial at the moment. I still like the idea that you can't really intervene in the actual battles. However, yeah, this landing, it's a little bit sad that, especially with Russia, I feel like everybody with a bigger fleet can simply land in St. Petersburg, and like really defending invasions is a little bit hard, and you can't designate extra troops to an area to defend it. Alright, embracing the idea of the universal inalienable rights for all people invites new concepts into the nation's social and political venues. Yeah. Alright, a couple of new rights possible. Human rights, they were not our research, they just spread here. Of course, they're somehow in our interest at some point, but not for us right now. Okay, are we still building more? We should also fulfill this one when we... Yeah? Okay, we need to bring in more dynamite. And we finished the colonization on level 2. Let's have a quick break for this. Let's just first check where our dynamite needs to go up. Or the sulfur. Yeah, let's wait with this a bit. And then we were talking about colonization. Alright. Okay, of course we cannot right now, since we don't have the... Yeah, we don't have the interest. And I find it also kind of boring if I would just like simply deselect one of those. So yeah, we wanted to increase anyways our shipping production. We're starting to grow our navy, so we're gonna get more interest soon. Let's also then start to build some more sustainable modern ships here. Maybe in Kanto as well. Oh, clippers got expensive, so interesting. So let's not be excessive and switch all of them already. Since we don't want it to fall down too hard. Okay, they're hiring again. Should also increase the demand in motors, probably. Maybe we need a motor factory then. One more can't be bad. So let's see where this is leading to with the new strengthened ships. And yeah, our income is really growing. Nice, nice, nice. But let's wait until our fleet is back on track, until we lower taxes or something. Or build more construction areas. Actually, I want maybe 1 or 2, because I'm greedy, so let's get 1 or 2 more construction sectors out. Yeah, come on. Let's bring them here to 4 on the mainlands. And they're quickly built, so we'll profit from that. Yeah. And it's just nice to stroll over the map here and there. All in action. The armed forces are dissatisfied with the inclusion of the Kazoku in the Japanese government. You keep talking about taking risks, to be bold, to dare to dream. Do you even know what it means? Have you ever risked anything but your own rotten reputation? Ooh. Okay, their approval lowers. Yeah, we can't afford the authority, so we'll definitely pick one of those. Respect the soldiers who protect your right to pontificate. Pontificate? I don't know the word, to be honest. It reminds me just of the papacy, so I'm a little bit confused with this one. I got to look it up. And yeah, we've got Komei is, as far as I remember, yeah, he was from the armed forces. So yeah, let's definitely respect the soldiers in this case. Of course, it's not a decision he makes alone, since we are an oligarchy still. But yeah. What's the war going? Yeah, wait, let's have a look. Okay, so the landing has failed apparently. While we do see battle in Smolensk, so there's a... Alright, so there's a combined Anglo-American force that landed here in St. Petersburg and pushes towards Smolensk/Moscow. Very, very interesting. Wait, is there... There's a French war in Africa, which is not so important. So yeah, but this time the English seem to get defeated over here. But no movements in China so far. Wonder if the Chinese bring also their troops to the other front. Let's have a quick look. No. So is these line infantry? They already... So the American troops are definitely technologically superior to the Russians. That's interesting to know. Where are we actually? We could go for skirmish, but we're still using line infantry. That was the state, alright. No market access over here, okay. Okay, the Jing start to improve the relations. Not necessarily something I love, since we can still do conquer state of course. Okay, that's good. Oh, they're already bad, that's good. Ooh, how big is Italy? Major power 8. Spain is a major power. Wow, that's not normal. Feel like we could potentially... No, they don't want to talk to us. Let's improve maybe with the Austrians, so we have some more contact to European powers. Jeune École unlocked. By having many smaller ships rather than a few big ones, it is possible to keep a certain level of maneuverability that would otherwise be impossible. Yeah, very nice. Then this is a new doctrine basically for our naval bases, so let's go to Jeune École. Definitely. Talking about our naval base, did we finish the construction of those? They are finished. This is pathetic. We get just 4 ships and no new... I mean, pathetic is a little bit rough one, but... Still, let's keep them running. Maybe they get better. May get distracted with other things too often. So, let's get some more out over here then. We have 20 in Kanto. I think here makes sense, no? In Kyushu, just strategically speaking, 10. If we don't have enough unemployed, then let's get some more for Kansai as well. And to... Yeah, Hokkaido has not enough workers. Another 10 here. I could use control actually, but yeah. How many are we building? 30, then it's another 10 here. Let's go. 40 more naval bases. That if we get 4 flotillas right now from the 20 over here. Are they not being manned? Oh, they need to be manned. Okay, okay, okay. So we'll definitely get a lot more. Maybe this was a little bit premature, so let's closely observe the construction of the, or how this fills up with new employees slash sailors. Our warships, the men of wars, are still very cheap. That's good to see. The threshing machines unlocked. By removing the physical labor aspect of threshing the grain, the steam-powered threshing machine makes farming much more efficient. Alright. Yeah, it needs less laborers but to be honest, I think at the moment I'm happy to keep them employed. We didn't even use the harvesting tools, because in the end we're just saving laborers, and we do have still sufficient workforce here. Our population is quite big and keeps on growing. So let's not go for this already. What is holding people back to work as sailors? Well, we need a strong navy anyways. Do we have an admiral, just in case? Yeah, we do have. Oh! Yeah, and something maybe I have to work also on my notifications, because I just noticed the war is already once again over. So it was a very short conflict here, and the Americans took the province of Shutsu, including Shanghai. With a population of 22 million Chinese people, and we do have a population right now of 60 in the States, so basically a third of the population under Wendell Cox, or he's quite yeah, wasn't he the one who also conquered recently ambitious, charismatic Imperius, yeah? Wasn't he the one that also conquered the western parts from the Mexicans? So this is quite sick. So we have a third of the US population living in China right now. So let's see where this is leading to. This definitely makes me wonder what the US have in mind, and definitely makes people a little bit skeptic over here in Japan. So maybe we should find a rather different partner for us. Not that we suddenly get nuked or something. And they just changed their we're still in alliance with the Russians, the French, okay. I don't know, there's like, okay, let's have a quick look on the diplomacy in Europe. We do have the bloc of France and Russia. However, Russia just came into this one because they also have their alliance defense pact with the Chinese, because they're part of the Russian market. So we have this bloc. Then we have the British, who are allied with the Americans and have a defense pact with Belgium and the Netherlands, okay. We do have Austria, who has defensive pacts, okay, with the Russians and French, and rivals the Germans and British. They're part of a French custom. My god, either I've just played so much multiplayer recently, but I haven't seen that in there. But this is that China's part of the Russian market, as well as here France and Austria merging their markets. Kind of interesting. So more aligned with the French. So then we have here the Italians having an alliance with the Spanish, but also defense pact with the Russians. How many are there? Austrians, French, Qing, and the Russians. So also, Russia has kind of a big blob, I must say, of allies. However, they won the war with the French, but North Germany seems to be kind of isolated. They're just in defense pact with the Scandinavians, but maybe they tend a little bit more to the looks like from the other partners to the Anglo-Americans. I'm not sure. I'm just a little bit overwhelmed by this, yeah, what is happening in general. Okay, France is pushing here in Kenya, here also in the west a little bit. The Brits are going here into Cameroon, okay. Other countries haven't really been active colonially speaking, or it doesn't look like it. I mean, conquering an entire province here is quite a big... Questionable practices. Released patients from the Edo Asylum have steadily denounced the practices involved in their supposedly medical treatments. Mistreatment of the sick, withholding of personal letters, and disproportionate punishments were among the charges. Didn't we have this already? Maybe with a different interest group. Yeah, exactly. They would make us sit in a chair for hours, if not the whole day, in silence. We wouldn't talk to any other patient, not even read a book. They would only excuse us to go to the restroom if we were lucky. Otherwise, it was just a rusty chamber pot. No food, no water. If we were not sick when we were admitted, we would be within just a few weeks. Alright, and we do lose. We have government expenses. Or lose here the trustment. I think the judgment... I'm getting way better over here, and we could actually expand, but still I don't know how long it will take that the navy really kicks in the costs, especially with new attack, and we could potentially also go... Actually, maybe let's talk about it when we have already the surplus. Maybe we go for skirmish infantry immediately. Yeah, it will be costly, but it's important. So still, we will not spend here extra money, and we also don't want to lose bureaucracy, and the Saibatsu are happy enough. Okay, let's use the surplus and do it. Globally go for these guys, or we could also invest in the shrapnel artillery. Maybe we do one, or we wait for this for a bit. Also with the first aid, I mean, yeah, I think for our barracks some first aids couldn't, but the liquor price is going through the roof. Here we also definitely go for skirmish infantry, but I'm always not really sure. I think just when you really mobilize the conscript, it will lead to costs. Anyways, let's see where this is leading to in terms of our market. I guess ammunition price is skyrocketing. Actually, it isn't. Yeah, I still feel like this display here is a little bit broken since... Let's have a quick look. Ammunition 102 plus if we go for shrapnel artillery. And we do have ammunition. Where are we? Oh, ammunition. Did we just lose it? Or am I a little bit... let's just have a look. We have sell orders 160, we have buy orders 105. Pretty nicely balanced, but it would definitely change if we get the shrapnel out 100 more in the demand. Let's cancel then the trade route where we sell ammunition, because this I don't want to do. They are buying it. They're buying it. Then let's simply get more ammunition factories, I guess, and increase the supply. Oh no, they're still... Oh, okay. They weren't fully... Then let's go straight for the shrapnel. Let's really see how this affects us. Yep, and the ammunition plant. Yeah, okay, actually we can take it. Just keep on hiring. Perfect. So I think just the new demand instigated more people buying it. We need more sugar. Then let's buy from our trade partners, the Germans, but also from the Americans when they have cheap sugar. It's really necessary. More dye from the Portuguese, okay. More wood. Yeah, at this point, from the Russians, sure. And also the Brits, maybe from Canada. And some tobacco from America. let's do, yeah, I'll try to buy more of the resources, since I kind of, over time, of course, here and there, will also buy, as the tea plantations, for example, I will keep on building here and there on the private investment funds. Anyways, they will build some rural plants or farms as well. But for me personally, I will definitely, with my personal stuff, I will keep on building industry and buildings and not so many resource products anymore. Apart only if they get really rare or scarce, and especially mining products maybe, but yep. All right, another port here, another port here. I also want to, because the reason why I'm using ports right now is because we have cheap clippers, and I kind of want to utilize or increase their market price also by building more ports that will use them. Do we actually have cheap clippers? Clipper, clipper, clipper. Where are we? Where are we? Clippers, yeah, they're very cheap, so because of the new production methods. Let's see. Right, but before we see, I think this is a good point to finish this episode. Yeah, we are in end of March 1870. We saw the end of this war and the new possession of the US that contains a third of the population. This is gonna really be an interesting place to observe how this is working. I mean, now it's a colony, so they really don't enjoy any privileges. There's no American here so far, and I'm pretty sure they're gonna be discriminated. Just, yeah, because I don't know the... Let's have a quick look at the American politics. So I'm pretty sure they have racial segregation. So heritage, cultural trait, or primary culture. So, you know, they're being definitely discriminated. So probably they're going to be rebellions or something. This is going to be interesting to see how this one develops, or how we deal with that, because of course it feels kind of weird when a country that claims to be just a free state in America just conquers an entire state here, not just a treaty port. So yeah, a new rival, who knows. Anyways, thanks for watching. Let me know what you think, and yeah, if you liked it, please leave me a like and a subscription. Subscriptions really help me a lot and motivate me to keep on going, so it's just a click for you. So thank you very much. See you next time when we continue and go in the 70s together. Bye, your strategy wolf.